Do you ever feel like you come across something by a string of sheer luck? That is exactly what has happened here. Before we get into that, I just have to say, welcome to Venture First. My name is Alex, and remember, in order to venture deeper, one must venture first, and that's exactly what I'm here to do today. Without further ado, let's just jump into this. So there I was researching for another video in which I was going to debunk this idiotic Reddit thread. And in order to show you how idiotic this Reddit thread is, I'm going to pop it up on the screen real quick. So there I was at point number 6. I had already debunked the previous 5 points, and I read this line. Amber is so broke she has to shop at TJ Maxx, but she can afford a bot army to retweet things. So doing my due diligence to research this to debunk that point, I started researching bots and how expensive it was, because if you follow the Umbrella Guy, you know that he has been fighting these bots for a minute. And in this conversation of people that are defending AH, they discuss buying bots and that it may or may not be that expensive. And since this conversation, it is really crazy how it has progressed in the way that these bots are actually working now, and that is what I want to get into. So while I was researching pricing, I was scrolling through a list of the 18 best Twitter bots. Now, most of these are all very similar to what you think a bot would be. How to grow organic followers, how to buy followers, how to get interaction, things of that nature. But none of those really match what she is doing or someone on her team is doing, does it? We know now that they are really attacking people. They are going out, they're attacking not only Tug, they're attacking Andy, they're attacking Brian, they're attacking all these people that are fighting back against AH. And I believe that I have figured out how they are doing it. So there I am scrolling, and I find one that is not like the others, and it's called TweetAttacks Pro. Next on my list is TweetAttacks Pro, another bot, but TweetAttacks Pro takes automated social media platform bots to a whole other level. So in this article, they are not portraying TweetAttacks Pro to be exactly what it is. They do mention a little bit about it, which I'm going to read you here, but they do not get into what TweetAttacks Pro is, and so at this next point that I get to after this is where things get really interesting. So it says, with all the recent hubbub about Instagram going around shutting down automated bot websites such as Instagress and Archie, the word artificial has risen to the surface in association with these automated systems, and not in a positive light either. So people are finding bots, they want these bots gone, people are mad at bots, it is not positive, bots are a bad thing. We can pretty much all agree on that. That's what they're saying. People are now more aware than ever of being spammed by automated systems, resentful of how popular these have become in place of real user activity. This is the perfect time for TweetAttacks Pro to put their hand up and remind people of their automated services. TweetAttack Pro is an automation service that mimics human actions and activity, which prevents it from coming across as spammy. While automatically carrying out your functions, it remembers to mix it up a little bit here and there and operate at random, so it can't be traced back to its automated system of processing. That is the most important line in this entire article, so before I jump to the next thing, I want to discuss what that means. They are saying that this comes across as organic. They come across as real people. You can no longer tell that these are bots when you use this system because they interact like a regular Twitter user would. So no longer are you getting those same statements just regurgitated and reposted and reposted and reposted by hundreds if not thousands of people. Those are the people that we could say, okay, those are bots. No longer are those days. We are getting these bots that are now interacting and replying what normal people, well, I say normal, but crazy people that stan Amberheard would actually say if they believe these things. So we are not getting those regurgitated statements. We are actually getting intelligent, I say intelligent lightly, but we are getting real replies that a human may give. That is what makes it so hard to discriminate whether or not these are actually bots or not. But after seeing this and after seeing these next few things, you're going to realize that, hey, Tug is right, these people are right, these are bots. This renders it as natural of a process as possible, eliminating the risk of being seen as spamming potential customers. With TweetAttacks Pro, you get the best of both worlds, automated scheduling and authentic actions. So you may be saying, well, that's not what they're doing. They're not trying to reach potential customers. Well, this is a list of trying to sell products to readers about the best bot systems to grow organic followers. So they are not going to come out and outright say what this is actually used for. And that's what we're going to get into now. So to get into TweetAttacks Pro, we really have to look at their pricing options and see which one that you think that they are using. So you have one that starts at $67 that you can use for one account. We can reasonably say that that is definitely not the one they are using. Well, let's jump to tier 2. They offer a one-time fee of $267, or you can pay an annual fee of $147 to keep it running. This package allows access to all of the services of TweetAttacks Pro except for multiple accounts. So now they're saying, well, you get all of our services, but now you can use multiple multiple accounts. Well, there is one more tier. The third and final package that TweetAttacks Pro offers is the Unlimited Elite version, which has a one-time fee of $297 or an annual payment of $197. It is the only package they provide that offers complete automation of all services. The other two offer all services, but not full automation. There is too much of a good thing, however, so be careful how you liberally use this. Having everything automated can make it easy to overuse. So you look at those first two tiers and you think, well, that's probably not what they're using. But that third one, an unlimited package, unlimited accounts, and it's fully automated to use it however you want. And that's where we have to get into now, is how do you want to use TweetAttacks Pro? So someone in this thread said, what is TweetAttacks Pro actually used for? It does not seem useful for growing an organic audience, as I have had multiple accounts banned, and that's when you start to get these replies. One of the developers replied, TweetAttacks is not really the best tool for building a single account. It is more of a mass tweeting tool that works best with hundreds of accounts. So right there, they are admitting you do not want to use this to grow an account. It is not a bot to get followers. It is a bot to use with hundreds of accounts to spread a message. So this user says, TweetAttacks is awesome for exactly what it's supposed to be used for, slamming Twitter. Forget about growing an account. If you want to do that, I would suggest using TweetAdder, as it does a great job. Use lots of proxies, check the Twitter proxies in the proxy list section. So this guy just flat out says it. This is not for growing an audience. This is not for growing a Twitter. If you want to do that, use something else. Use this when you want to attack people on Twitter. And now there's one more user comment that I really want to show you. The correct use for TA, tweet attacks, is right in the name, for attacking Twitter. When you attack something, you should expect it to fight back. That is exactly what we're doing. We know now that these are bots. We know how they're interacting. We know the rhetoric they spread. And now it is time for us to fight back. And how do we do that? We have to continue to point out that these are bots. We have to dig into exactly how they're doing these things. And we really just have to spread the truth. So we are not going to get past all of these bots until they are taken out. We know that. We understand that. But all we can do is fight for the truth. We have to continue to push the narrative of truth, which we know. We have to continue to use facts to fight the lies that these bots are spreading. So now after all that, I want to go into explaining on how they set this up. So on its face value, we understand that bots are thousands of accounts or hundreds of accounts that are attacking the same thing and using the same type of rhetoric and, on the same side, attacking from every angle, following, unfollowing, retweeting, quote tweeting nonsense. We understand this, but how do they do this? It doesn't make sense that any person would just be able to get thousands of accounts. So that must be hard, right? Right? It must be hard. Let's get into that too. So as I was digging into this, I was really thinking, how do they get thousands of accounts or hundreds of accounts to do this? Because we know they are bots, yes, but they still have to be real accounts. And if you look at the created date, some of them are brand new, some of them are from 2015, 16, 18, 2020. There's accounts with all different date ranges, and how do they get that? Because they have to be real verified accounts in order for Twitter to let them on and use their platform. So yes, they are bots. Yes, we can tell they are fake people, but they still have to be verified accounts. Well, here's how they do that. So there's multiple sites that you can buy all sorts of Twitter accounts, anywhere from fresh accounts that are brand new all the way up to any date range up to a certain point that they've created these accounts, let them sit, got followers, so it makes them look like real people and interact with people to make it look like real people. You can actually buy aged accounts with followers with real tweets from the past to make it look like, hey, this might be a real person. So right here is two listings for 3,800-ish accounts for somewhere like 7 cents per account. So you're saying that you could buy thousands of accounts for really just a couple $100s. So right here, you can get brand new accounts that are created fresh, or you can get aged accounts to make them look like real people, like I said before. So after they buy the software and they buy all these accounts, what they do is they enter the usernames into the bot software and tell them what they want it to organically do. And in this case, it's attack people, it's spread information. So they are not using these bots in a normal fashion to boost a follower count or anything like that. They are using this to attack people. That is exactly what they're doing, and this is exactly how they are doing it. So this is no longer a secret. It is possible, it's very easy, and no, just because you shop at TJ Maxx doesn't mean you can't afford $500 in order to use an entire attack campaign on Twitter. We know you have very rich and powerful people behind you, like the ACLU and other people, and let's be honest, we know there's some crazy people out there that would put this type of money up to be on your side to try to get your attention and use these bots for your own gain. gain. So now that we know this is happening, I urge you to fight back against this and spread the word. This is how they are doing it. So let me know what you think. Do you think this is correct? Do you think I'm onto something here? Let me know down in the comments. I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. I really do appreciate your time. And remember, in order to venture deeper, one must venture first. And that's exactly what I'm here to do today. If you've stuck around this long, I really do appreciate you. So until next time, thank you.